When we talk about albums that transcend music, albums that become spiritual, political, and cultural movements, Exodus by Bob Marley and the Wailers is always on top of that list. Released in 1977, Exodus wasn't just another reggae album. It was a powerful statement born out of political violence, personal struggle, and spiritual awakening. What makes this album so important isn't just its incredible sound, but the story behind it and the global message it delivered. To understand Exodus, you have to understand where Bob Marley was at the time. He had just survived an assassination attempt in Jamaica, where the country was in the midst of an intense political turmoil. 2 days later, he still performed at the Smile Jamaica concert, then fled to London for safety. It was there in exile that he recorded Exodus. And that title, it's no coincidence. Marley, inspired by the biblical story of Moses leading his people to freedom, saw himself on a similar path, guiding not just Jamaicans, but oppressed people everywhere toward liberation and unity. The album is split into two halves. You got side A is a politically charged and spiritual, while, side B is pure soul, love, and celebration. Tracks like Exodus and The Heathen speak to resistance and resilience. They're not just songs, they're anthems of survival. Marley was calling for the movement, not just from one country to another, but from mindset of oppression to one of liberation. Then we got to the second half of the album. You got Jammin', Waiting in Vain, Three Little Birds, and One Love, People Get Ready. These songs became some of Bob Marley's most iconic hits. They're warm, accessible, timeless, offering hope, comfort, and a sense of unity that still resonates decades later. Musically, Exodus blends traditional reggae rhythms with funk, soul, and even a touch of rock. The Wailers, Marley's legendary band, are tight and expressive. Each beat, bass line, guitar lick carefully placed to support the message. It's an album that grooves just as hard as it speaks the truth. And the impact? Monumental. Exodus wasn't just a hit in Jamaica. It made Bob Marley a global icon. In 1999, Time magazine even named it the greatest album of the 20th century. And honestly, it's hard to argue. The message of faith, love, freedom, and resistance still feel urgent and relevant today. So if Exodus teaches us anything, it's that music can be more than entertainment. It can be a weapon, a shield, a sanctuary. Bob Marley didn't just sing songs, he built bridges between people, between nations, between the soul and the struggle. Exodus is a journey, and once you take it, you'll never really come back the same. And I love Bob Marley, I love reggae music. This album's incredible. If you haven't listened to it, do it. Just listen to it, and let me know what you think.